All right. We are live. Good evening. Great people in the house. You are highly welcome for another beautiful time in BYTNEX family. We were here yesterday, and today here we are again. And I really appreciate all of you for turning up today. Just like yesterday, we have another wonderful young man in the house. And you can guess why we choose to be and harnessing young people in this great project. It is not far-fetched because though yesterday we heard from the speaker that retirement, when we talk about retirement, it has nothing to do with age. But because of our culture and the norms currently, when you hear about retirement, people think about somebody who is 60 years and above should be talking about retirement. No, anybody can choose to retire anytime, any day. So in view of that, talking about retirement from the context of BYTNEX, we are looking at your financial freedom, planning a time that you want to be free. You want to know that okay, you are not going to be chasing after money, but you can relax and plan your life, enjoy your life while your money work for you. And this is one of the platforms that has really give us this opportunity. And you can actually, if you come down and listen carefully, you are going to see it without much struggling, because when you see a system that is self-funding, that has endured a time and season for the period of 9 years, is no more a joke. And so Cryptex or the BYTNEX has defied all standards of old project and systems that has never lasted 1 year, 2 years, 6 months, and all that. So it is now a challenge that every young people out there across Africa will know that something, a project, a legitimate system is running that can actually make them more viable financially than some of those illegitimate and uncultural acts that people have been involved today, all in search for money, that at the end of the day, they are jeopardizing their future because of the different acts that they are involved in trying to make a headway financially. So, but now that we have a good, legitimate, reliable one that can even make young people richer, financially more buoyant than the illegitimate one they have been looking for, why not embrace them? Why not embrace this system at this time? So now we have somebody who is here, who is young, who has embraced this opportunity in the last how many? 3 good years. As far back as 2022, this young man is already, he has grabbed a Cryptex opportunity. So there is no better person to talk to us today than him as a person. So at this point, I want us to jam our hands together as we welcome Eastwood Yeboah as he takes the stage. Yes, you are welcome, sir. So
Thank
you
you,
can carry
Pastor
on.
Paul. Thank you, Pastor Paul. Thank you for this amazing introduction. I really appreciate your time and everything that you are doing in the team. Yeah, so just as our host said, I am Eastwood. Majority of you might have heard of my name before. I've heard of my voice before, but probably haven't seen my face before. But this is my face. So I believe you can now see Eastwood today. And so I'll be brief tonight. my assignment is to talk to you on the project and why you must embrace this project. Okay, whilst growing up, I have this mindset that, you see, in Ghana, the retirement age is at the age of 60. So whilst growing up, I had the chance to be mentored by Robert Kiyosaki. And so I cultivated some ideas when it comes to retirement and retiring very early. So I have given myself that I should retire at least by the age of 45 to 50. I'm not going for that 60 years as well. So that actually made me to start exploring on the online opportunities. And some have been good, some have been bad. We have lost huge sums of money when we were trying to make some money online, especially in the era of crypto. And so it got to a point I said, I think that this crypto thing is really not going to help me. It's actually also going to shut the dreams that I have, trying to retire very early so that we can do other things. So I came across Cryptes, if I should confess positively today, and most of you don't know, I came across Cryptes around 2020-21. And at that same time, there was also another project somebody was discussing with me within that same year. So I chose that project over Cryptes. Why? Because the concept of Cryptes at that point had not yet dived into it to understand if such thing really exists. Because some of the key things that the person was trying to talk to me about is that this project, they give the capital for you. You only pay $100 to acquire that capital for the staking, blah, blah, blah. I was like, you don't mean it. This is too good to be true. And so I ignored the person. And rather, I used my money to invest into another project, which at the end of the day got scammed. So when that project got scammed, that was where I said, no. Let me go back to this project that guy was telling me about so that I can look deeply into it. Then I went back to Cryptes, started studying their concepts, trying to see if it is a new concept that they are bringing, or this is already a concept already in the system. And thanks to Binance really helped me to understand the concept that Cryptes was playing on. And so therefore, in 2022 May, I decided to take some contracts. And here we are now. We are almost about 3 years still counting. But it's rather unfortunate that I did not get some of the 3-year contract during those times. Because the time that I joined Cryptes, the only contract available were 5 and 7 years. 5 and 7 years. So in May, I took 5 and 7 years contract. The same year in October 2022, they brought back the 3-year because the previous 3-year sold out in 2021. The previous 3-year contract sold out in 2021. So I couldn't have the chance. And then when they brought it back in 2022, October, by then I'd used all my money to get some of the 5 years and 7 years. And so I couldn't get some of the 3-year. If I had also gotten some of the 3 years, I would have been part of the people who would be cashing out the 3-year contract. However, I could also have been affected because the October 2022 contract, at the end of the day, they had issues that we have been replaced with 2-year contract. So whatever happens was also a good thing. Now, let me quickly share some slides with you, but you must understand, I'm talking to people tonight who have lost in the online space. I'm not talking to people who just want to build a retirement package. I want to talk to people who have lost in several platforms and they have come across Cryptes. These are the people I want to talk with tonight. Because one, I am in Cryptes for 2 things. One is to recover my losses. And 2 is to build a powerful retirement plan. But I don't know about you. You might also be of the same two. You are here to recover your losses. And you are here to build a retirement package. Now, once you have these two is going to influence your portfolio. If you are here for these two, then these two is going to influence your portfolio in the sense that, one, how much have you lost in the online space? If I calculate all that I have lost, I don't want to mention it online, but I have lost huge when it comes to online. So being in Cryptes is first to recover every loss I have made, and two, to build a powerful retirement. So that is why I'm here tonight, and I'm going to speak to such people. You might be one of them. You might be one of them. So everything tonight I'm going to share is for you to make the right decisions. Thank you very much, and I believe I can go ahead and share my slide.
Yes.
For the purposes of tonight.
Go ahead, sir.
All right, so I want us to understand Cryptes, which is now known as BYTNEX. It is a private staking platform. We all know Cryptes. So in most of my presentation, if you hear me talking of Cryptes, I'm not talking of different thing. It is the same thing. It is going to take. Somebody was telling me, so say, will you still remove the Cryptes from your tongue? I said, it's going to take some time for me to remove Cryptes from my tongue and now call it BYTNEX. Okay, so in my presentation, I want you to understand how we can access institutional funds. Cryptes is seen like a pro firm. Those of you who have been in the financial market, who are traders in the financial market like Forex trading, you might have heard of what we call pro firm, proprietary firms. Now, proprietary firms are a group of people or group of investors or group of rich people or wealthy people who have the money, but they are looking for people who have the trading skills to manage their money. Now, in Cryptes, it is the same concept, but in this case, we are not the ones going to do trading over here. We aren't the one. And Cryptes is going to give us some huge sums of capital to start our journey. So if you have lost, like, say, $30,000 in the online space, or you have lost, like, say, 50,000 or maybe 100,000, whichever amount of money you have lost in the online space, coming to Cryptes, you must let it influence your decision of the kind of contract you should take. So in Cryptes, we are giving a starting capital of either 30,240 or 43,200 or 453,600. These are the starting balances that Cryptes gives us to start our whole life on, either to recover your losses and to build a strong financial freedom, or to build your retirement plan. Maybe you are just new to the online space, you haven't lost a kobo. In this presentation, I want to just reveal to you of money you want to start a life with. Named amounts. Some of us will just say that I just have $1 million to begin. That is what we are doing. Give you a starting capital life with, and where Cryptes. And these balances that we are going to be giving, they compound over the length of the term the contract holder chooses. And what are these terms? But before I go further, I want you to take note of some key points. Cryptes is now renamed or known to be BYTNEX or BYTNEX. Now, BYTNEX just like cryptos we know, nothing has changed. It is a blockchain-based DeFi staking protocol. What does it do? It just transitioned from cryptos.co as part of its rebranding and infrastructure upgrade. We should forget about the other cryptos that they were trying to tarnish our brand, but just see it to be that the new platform or the new domain is just for the purposes of rebranding the project. But the goal of cryptos remains the same for BYTNEX. What does it do? It means that it's still the automated DeFi staking with verifiable transactions. So these are the three key points I want you to understand, so that you understand that cryptos and BYTNEX or BYTNEX are the same, just that it is just a change of name. And this is good for our own, so that we can have a peaceful ride on the project. What are the concepts of this platform? One, it operates as a private DeFi staking gateway. There are two forms of staking platforms or staking projects. We have the public and the private ones. Now, Cryptos is a private staking platform, and it is a community-based project where its operation is anonymous. Most of the times we want to draw inspiration from Bitcoin being anonymous, and that's why Bitcoin is still standing. So it is with BYTNEX. There is no CEO, there's no company, there's no business or location. But let me put it on record. The fact that Cryptos operates as an anonymous project does not mean it is anonymous. The banks do not engage in business with anonymous entities. There is a real business behind the scene, which as human beings physically meeting the banks for all this documentation. But they chose this anonymous for the safety of the project. And BYTNEX utilizes a blockchain-based DeFi staking protocol as its point of earnings. It continues to maintain partnership with banks. The fact that it has changed its name from Cryptos to BYTNEX does not mean that it has ceased partnership with the banks. It still maintains partnership with the banks, insurance companies, and individual account holders like you and I, working to generate profit for all parties involved. Who are the parties? Yourself, myself, who are the wallet holders, the insurance company, the banks, and also BYTNEX itself. That is the one providing the infrastructure for the partners to ride on. Now, they chose anonymous status deliberately for their safety, because you can imagine if they did not choose anonymous, this project wouldn't have been operating for 9 years by now. And you can even read from your back office why they changed the name was as a result of government authorities and regulators trying to blame them for something that they know nothing of. So you can imagine. And it has been operating since 2016 with a total of 1 million contract holders. The last time I checked, we were around 750,000. But I am told that we are now 1 million contract holders. Like I said, they just employ the method of DeFi staking on the blockchain to make the profit that they make. It is the same thing. It has not changed. The method of earning is still the DeFi staking. And what is staking? The process of we keeping our assets in a smart contract. Now, in this case, there is also a point that you can also stake your own money on several
hello,
exchanges.
Hello,
Hello.
hello, sir. You are not changing the slide for us to see. It's
I
only
am
the
changing
first
it
one that
to
you are
let.
there. No, it's not changing. No. You have to be
Oh,
tapping the screen and be changing it. That we will see where you are at the time.
is it changing now?
You stop sharing. Okay, continue. Oh yeah, now go ahead.
Okay.
Now, understanding the banner. You are still in your first slide.
Okay, let me stop sharing and then take it again.
Start that from, yeah. Okay.
Let me take it again. Okay, please, can you see I'm on the method of earnings?
Yes, it's changing. It's changing now, yes.
Okay, I'm on method of earnings. So, what is DeFi staking? It is a process of keeping your asset in a smart contract in exchange for an accumulation of interest. Crypto assets are locked for a period of time. So we can lock our asset, our personal asset, if you want to do so. That is the concept that Cryptes is riding on. So Cryptes is rather locking the capital that they give to us in a DeFi staking platform protocols. And once they lock this funds, it generates profit for us and them as well. As a matter of fact, the Cryptes business is actually, we are the end product, but the main business is between Cryptes, the banks, and the insurance company, because these guys are the ones earning. We only earn at the end of the period. So you can tell that they are actually in their own business, but they want to appreciate us at the end of the day because we took that contract with them. All right. And most times people ask me this question: why would a bank do that? If they have the money, why don't they just do it themselves? But why do they need us? Now, one day I shared a video that I had to talk with, in the Asian community, in the Asian side, the banks are not allowed to engage in the crypto market. And so they are using Cryptes, which is you and I, to engage in that. And why would they do that? And how do they actually earn from this particular thing? The insurance company would always be receiving some benefit every month once you take a contract. Every month, the insurance company will get some benefit. An insurance premium is deducted because the capital that the partner banks give to us actually is insured. And they insure this. One time I asked one super leader and said that each contract is insured with the benefit of $106,000. $106,000 per a contract. That's the insurance cover on each contract. And you and I know, coming from the insurance background, there's so many money that insurance company will make there, because whatever you insure, the possibility of you getting the incident happen is not possible. It takes some years before that incident will happen. But so when the incident does not happen, the insurance company is actually eating from the premium. So the insurance company gets premiums every month on each contract. For example, I have 80 contracts. Each month, I pay by 80 times to the insurance company as a premium. You might also be having 100 and something contracts. And each of these contracts will have to be paying insurance premium either $300 or $210 each month to the insurance company. And so this is why the insurance company is so much interested to engage in this particular project, by going ahead to insure the money that the investment banks give to us. No insurance company will ever insure money if they don't know the benefit they are going to get from it. And they are rest assured that each month, whatsoever happens, because of the smart contract programming, everything that they need as their premium will be automatically paid them without any human being interference. Why would the bank also do that? If I've worked in a bank a little bit, you sometimes even you save your money there, sometimes the bank will even call you, come and take loan. Why do they want you to come and take loan? So that they can make money on your money. So the banks have people's money, they're sitting quietly. They must utilize it. If they don't have to utilize it, then they wouldn't even engage in such a project with Cryptex. And the bank is also receiving an annual interest of either 5.5 or 6.5 based on the contract duration that one chooses. And the bank is also rest assured that because of the smart contract programming, their interest deductions will be made automatically for them without they having to make phone calls for people to pay their interest on the loan. Why would BYTNEX engage in that? You must understand that the contract is between Cryptex, the banks, and the insurance company. We are the end product. And Cryptex each month is receiving $30 from each contract activated. This is one way that Cryptex makes money. And I want somebody to just punch their calculator. Each month, Cryptex is deducting from our contract. Let's say each and every 1 million contract holders are having just one contract. Multiply 30 by 1 million people. How many or how much are we getting? Can somebody help me out? My host.
Yeah.
Just take your calculator.
That's 1 million. It's 30 million.
Yes, 30 million.
Yeah.
So each month, Cryptex is pocketing just $30 million as management fee for they providing the infrastructure. What do I mean by infrastructure? They providing the back office for you and I. And so let me ask you this question. If you happen to be the one who is providing this infrastructure, so it means that you are the one in charge of the website, you made the website to bring all these things. And every month you are just earning $30 doing nothing. Let me ask you this question. What will make you to shut down the platform and go away instead of getting this $30 million every month consistently? So you see why Cryptex can never scam anybody, because they are receiving this money doing nothing for just providing the back office for you and I to access our contract. I would rather prefer to earn this $30 million every month instead than to just shut down a platform and just get a little money and walk away. And so this is why Cryptex has proven over the 9 years to be a solid partner in this project. This is just the contract management fee. We are not even talking of the withdrawal fees that they charge. We are not also talking about even the staking that they do each day, the staking profit that is being generated each day. We as contract holders just receive 0.1 to 0.03%. There is much generated, but we receive this amount as a percentage. We are not talking of that. We are only just talking of the management fee that they deduct from our contract every month. So you can imagine that Cryptex is making huge sums of money on daily basis whenever there is also withdrawals, people are doing withdrawals every day and also every month. Getting this understanding will make you comfortable to build a lasting wealth with cryptex. Now, cryptex provide about 4 or 5 contract plans. We have 24 months, 36 months, 60 months, and 84 months. And this duration pays out some amount of money. Remember, the 30,240, the 43,200, the 453,600 are the capital, the starting capital. They are not the payout money. But at the end of the period, at the end of each contract, this is the estimated, and I'm using the word estimated in the sense that this is not the definite calculation. It could be more than what you are seeing on the screen. It could be lesser than that. So that is why we term it estimated. And this calculation that you see on your screen is without withdrawal fees. So you can imagine if we take withdrawal fees out, let's say that 24 months should be able to pay you between 18,000 to 20,000, estimatedly. 36 months contract at the end of the period should be able to pay you between 30 to 33,000 after they deduct their withdrawal fees. Then the 60 months contract should be paying us around, let's say 450, either 430,000 to 250,000 after withdrawal fees has been deducted. These are estimated amounts. And so therefore, don't be so much stick to this one that there was a presentation that said that it's going to be like 20,000 or 21,500 something. And so once yours due and then it doesn't get to that amount, you might feel that you have been cheated. No, that is why we are saying these are estimated values. It could be more, it could be less. How can a 30,000 generate this amount of money if each day we are being paid 0.1% to 0.3%? And I have taken the time to go through the each of the contract payout, each day staking profit, and I've realized that there has not been a day that we've gotten to that 0.3%. It has always been between 0.05 through to 0.2%. If you check your back office, you're going to see that there hasn't been any time that we have gone past the 0.3%, either on the 24 months contract, either on the 36 months contract, either on the 60 months contract, or the 84 months contract. Now, in here, you did not hear me talk about the 84 months contract. 84 month contract also says estimatedly it's like 1.something million dollars. It is just plus 2 to the 5-year contract. So there's not much thing that we can also say that. So each contract compounds daily interest on the starting balance, the 30,240, the 43,200, and the 453,600. And each day they are being compounded, And the beauty of cryptex, another thing that got my attention was that I only risk a little amount of money. Whatever being the fees, which is the insurance premium, the platform handling fee, the interest rate on the loan that I was given in the staking, are not coming from my pocket. Cryptex have made it such a way that all these are financed by the staking profit. And this is amazing. And so another thing for you to see that this is not a scam is that when you follow your staking in a month row, you can see from the first day of the month up to the 20th day of the month to the last day of the month when you are getting to your 1 month. Then the next day you check, what you saw as decrease, do you think that if this is not real, that thing will decrease? Your balance you see there will decrease? Are we saying that they are just trying to just reduce something virtually? No, there is real money being taken out. And these are the deductions of premium, insurance premium, the platform handling fee, and then the bank interest. So in conclusion, this system always reinvest your reward until the cycle ends. There are some systems that they will make it a way that if you want to recompound it, then you must click a button for it to recompound every day. But this is made such a way that it automatically reinvests your reward every blessed day after the time that the contract ends. And this is purely a smart contract driven. It is a purely a smart contract driven. And BYTNEX actually operates as a private protocol. So it is not publicly audited. Let me emphasize this. Sometimes you talk to people about cryptos and they will try to ask you who audited their contract address and this and that. A contract address, which is a public staking or a public one, are always audited by public firms. But when it comes to private protocols, they are not audited publicly. That is why you cannot find so many things about cryptos on the blockchain. As a matter of fact, you want to know the contract address, you cannot get the contract address. They have not disclosed it. And this is one of the main reasons why this project is still standing for 9 good years. You can imagine if the contract address has been disclosed by now, there will be a news saying that the smart contract has been developing some issues, blah, blah, blah. We need to please. This is a private protocol. So its contracts are not audited publicly. So what we do as internal users is that we actually rely on internal transparency. And how do we rely on that? How do we know that? Sometimes somebody gets payout, we take their transaction ID, we look into the wire that paid them, and it gives us that calmness that there is still money around that we can also get ours. Always take amount you can afford to hold for the duration of the contract. Always take an amount you can afford to hold. If you can afford to hold for 2 years, go for 2 years. If you can afford to hold for 3 years, go for 3 years. If you can afford to hold for 5 years, go for that. 7 years, go for that. However, I always tell people that it is always going to be good that you spread throughout all the contract types. Have some 2 years, have some 3 years, have some 5 years, have some 7 years. The day that 10 years will also come, go and activate that one as well. BYTNEX continues the legacy of cryptos under a rebranded, upgraded platform. So BYTNEX has not changed anything from cryptos. Cryptos has not gone anywhere. It is the same cryptos, which is now using a new name. Always remember, in DeFi, verification equals protection. Trust the blockchain, not the promise. Trust the blockchain, not the promise. This is the letter I was able to put up for our audience today. I will end here and probably take some few questions. Then we are out of here. Thank you very much, Pastor Paul, for the opportunity.
All right. Okay. You can go off the share. And then you can stop sharing.
Yeah, I'm stopping it.
All right.
I hope I've shared it. Yeah, so, all right.
All right.
I'm back.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for this wonderful, eye-opening presentation. And we are very happy to have you in the house tonight. And I believe all the participants are very happy right away, and they are ready to ask some few questions. So get ready and hold on for us, as we'll be taking some few questions before we go offline. For the sake of those on YouTube, so that they can get some questions. Then before the questions, please, Olumiyuwa on YouTube was asking about the account she activated during the maintenance, the new accounts, and some other ones, and then upon the coming back of the new domain, the account were not there again. And luckily enough, though I was trying to answer her on the YouTube, it's like she was not getting it. So I had the same experience, because I use my VPN to activate new and more contracts. But fortunately and unfortunately, when everything were successful, commissions paid, account activated successfully, the new ones, and you can log in and see everything. But you know what? The encrypted portal were down at that time. So now that the new domain name came up and the new portal came up, what now happened is, if you log into the new account, you log in with the detail of the newly activated account, it will give you a rate error, meaning that the email, the details are not in the database. Then, if you now go to those existing accounts that you activated new contract here, those contracts that you visibly saw at the point of the activation, you see that it is no more. So in my video, the following day, I analyzed all that. Maybe some of them did not play the video, and that was why she was still asking the questions. So now, I was warming up for ticketing before, only for me to discover that the last combo that I activated, 1,000 activated, I had 700 and something in my own wallet. Then I had somebody transfer 300 to make up the 1,000. That was the last one. The very evening that Equipress came up with a new portal. So that was the first one I discovered. When I logged into that account, I discovered that the combo was not there. But the $700 was now seen in the wallet. So I have to put call across to the person that transferred the 300 to me, and guess what? The 300 were returned back to that same wallet too. So you cannot see. So all the commission and all that now will retrieve back. 300 goes there. Then while I was now preparing for ticketing for those new ones and all that, later I began to check, and I discovered that all the subscription, then all the funds were automatically reversed back to where they came from. So to Madam Olumiyuwa, please, whoever transfer e-cash to you that was used for those new activation, go back to the person. That fund is there in the person's wallet, and then you now re-register the person. So I have to re-register those accounts afresh. So please, there is no error. There is no need for waiting for ticketing. Nobody should tell you that it's raising ticket or whatever. They should go back and check, because I have confirmed that more than 15 contracts activated at that time, apart from the bundle. So over $4,000 that would have been battling for ticketing now will all reverse back to the various wallet. Thank you very much. I think I've answered you here. Don't need to call me again. And you are on YouTube. So now I'm going to open up a speaker now. Please, the feature for raising of hand is there. You can raise up your hand. Let me know those that have questions. And then to avoid background noise, let's take that one. If you have a question, please, can you raise your hand so that I can see you and allow you to unmute? Okay, Boss Danny, nobody is raising hand. I've not seen any hand. Okay, Boss Danny, can you unmute yourself? Let's see if you have anything. Boss Danny?
Sure, sir.
Okay, but all right, you're welcome.
Sure, sir. I salute.
Thank you.
Eastwood. Eastwood.
Yes, sir.
Good evening. Yes, how
Good
you
evening,
doing?
boss.
You've done well. You've done well. Honestly, you've done well.
Thank you, sir.
I'll catch up with you later. Yeah, so
Thank you, sir.
good evening, sir.
Yeah,
good evening, everybody. Yeah, good evening, everybody. I'm Boss Danny, and I'm also from Nigeria. What we have here?
Thank God that your internet allow you to do. If not, I would have
I salute you. I salute this specialist. Now, just like today, I was on call with, I think, with some of my team members. I think about 10 of them. I was on conference call with them. And we were also discussing about cryptex. And I told them something because they were like, because a lot of people, there's this notion out there that it is the $100. And this is also one thing we're continuously stressing on, that it is the $100. That how can $100 give you $35,000 in 3 years? That it is not possible, blah, 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 blah. Now, look, this is what I tell them in a layman's language, in a layman's terms, thereabout. I tell them that cryptex is just like the $100 that you are paying. It's just like when you are going for an event, for example. You are going for an event, and they're also telling you that you pay for that event an access fee. And when you pay that particular access fee, then you pay it at the gate. Then as you enter inside, you can eat anything you want to eat.
Yeah.
And that money that you're also paying outside, let's say you are paying it to bouncers, to security guards outside, the money, the management doesn't have hand in it. It's only an access fee for you to enter and enjoy your life and eat whatsoever thing you want to eat. Now, the people were like, how? Like, I said, yes, that is just how it is. And I also told them something that how can a bank, how can this, where are the bank? You know, those kind of things, they always ask and order. Now, in Forex, there is what we call profile accounts. If you are able to, you pay for you to have an access, for you to have access to an account that you be trading. From the beginning, it's going to be demo. But if you are able to make it, then they will give you real account, which you now, even if it depends on what you applied for. If it is $1 million, they will give you $1 million. If it is $500,000, they will give you 500,000 live account, 100,000 live account, and you trade. Then at the end of the month, each month, if you make 100%, you get 80%, 20% for yourself, 20% for the company. So what we have here in cryptex is a life-changing opportunity. And for we Africans, we have one single problem. The problem we have is that when you tell somebody $1,000, $20,000, it is so big in the person's mind. But from our people who are out the other parts of the world, in Europe and all that, it is the way they look at it is different from the way we look at it over here. That is to tell you how the poverty rate in Africa has eaten a lot of people. All right. As far as I am concerned, any person, if you are able, just like today, somebody was saying, 150K is too much. And I told the person something. I told the person that, see, 150K, you are looking at it that is too much right now. Don't ever expect that Nigeria or Africa is going to get better moving forward. Rather, it's going to be extremely tough as we grind forward. So the earlier you try to soften your future now, the better for you tomorrow. All right, our people, our parents.
Thank you, Danny. Thank you. We want a short contribution. If there is no question, we want one
no problem.
30 seconds. 30
no problem, sir. I salute. Right. I salute. No problem.
Thank you, sir.
No problem.
Thank you, sir. So the issue of economy, right, the issue of economy is not only about the emerging, the developing societies. It is a global phenomenon because as a sociologist, economy is the superstructure. So it's according to a lot of school of thought, it is the superstructure. So every other structure revolves around, all the rest are infrastructure. So that is why you see that both government, organizations, individuals struggle for anything that has to do with the mode of production. But today, the changes, the social change has made it so possible for us, for less privileges like you and I, to be part of what, to be part of the economic giant through the mobility of labor, through the subscription to the new factors of production. You know, yesterday, this Ezra, we were talking about the new factors of production from what we knew before in basic economics, the capital, the entrepreneur, and labor. So now, I think plus land, the entrepreneur made it the fourth one. But nevertheless, today, the new factor of production is what? The technology, the network, and what? Who is reminding me, and the time. So now we have the access to those three factors now. Okay, look at Eastward, it's right here from Ghana, breaking down to all of us. And all of us were here with the aid of technology, connecting and enlightening and digesting the information that he's given to us based on explorative knowledge acquired. So with all this, we have the three factors of production can easily be acquired by each one of us. Not like before that, you don't have land, you don't have the ability to even hire the labor, and then the capital is not there, then you are helpless. You remain at the top bottom of the ladder, the social ladder. But today, those that they are not shining their eyes, they will still remain as if they don't know what to do, or they cannot climb up. God will help us to climb up. But let me tell you, like you said in Bostani, $100 is not cheap, even to those in Europe and America too, because you can see somebody is having a 400 over 400 contract already in crypto, and the person is not in Europe, the person is not in America, the person is not in Asia, but right in Africa. So please, we are all fine. We are all fine. All right. Hey, who again? Okay, one hand is up. Love man. So we have money in Africa. Please, let's not let anybody believe that we don't have. We have even more than those ones that are out there. Are they not using our money to build their structure and their economy? We are taking it back. Yeah, love man, go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much, Pastor Paul, 360-degree. And thank you so very much, Eastwood, our brother from Ghana, I'm sure, because Yebua is a Ghanaian name. I'm not.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. We appreciate the presentation, even though the slide was not moving at your pace. So I want to find out, what do I tell my prospects when they ask me, how do you make profit from this project that gives you $20-something thousand in 2 years when you just pay handling fees of $100? I told them taking profit. What is taking profit? When you say taking profit, is it coming from products that is being traded in the market? Is it coming from service? So that's the clarification I want. Thank you.
The question is very easy, and our presenter will do justice to it. But in addition to that, I will also advise you to go back to the slides. We have a lot of presentation already in the YouTube channel that is live now. Subscribe there. Tell all your prospects to subscribe there so that they will help your explanation. Go back there, study all the previous presentation plus the current one, so that you will have more understanding and you will not be sweating in answering their questions. But meanwhile, Eastwood, go ahead. Short response.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for your question. Just let your prospects understand that Cryptes is heavily engaging in blockchain transaction verifications. And you know, blockchain is hosting about 10,000 plus cryptocurrencies and other stuffs, not only cryptocurrency. So any project that is deployed on the blockchain, Cryptes is actually having a say in its transactions verification. So in this case, even if the crypto market, let's take ourselves to crypto market, even if crypto market is down, there are still transactions that are ongoing, and Cryptes is always getting part of the fees that they verify. And so let your prospect understand that the transactions that are going on the blockchain, it could be Bitcoin, it could be Ethereum, it could be Solana, it could be any type of the blockchain technologies. Any mechanisms on the blockchain that cryptos is always having a stake in is what generates the profit. I hope I've answered your question.
Yes. And again, Mr. Kadiri, the profit is always there for you. Every 5 p.m., you will see the daily profits as they drop. So they are not something that is hidden anywhere. For those of your prospect or your team members that are not too clear, if they are close to you, you can open your wallet and show them the daily profit as they accumulate there. Thank you very much. Yes, I'm not seeing any other hands up. If there is no more hands up, let me check whether I have any question on the YouTube channel. There is none. Then we can go off and can shut down the live and then before we continue. Okay, let me see. How do I register? Ituma. Itwingu, okay. Ituma, okay. Somebody is asking, okay, for Ituma Untugi, who is asking, how do I register on YouTube? Please contact who invited you to this webinar. The person that shared the YouTube link for you, or they invited you, go back to the person and ask the person, how do you register? Thank God for cryptos, for BYTNEX. You can't jump to the system without passing through somebody. If it were some other project, anybody can register through anywhere. And cryptos is not a greedy project. And that is why they made available all the structure for you. Just like somebody prepare food and ask you to come and eat, and the food is enough. So if it were those hungry people that will always want to get money from you and fly away to the thin air with the money, anybody can come in through back door, through window, through fence, through zinc, through everywhere. And here you must come through whoever that has talked to you about the cryptos, about the opportunity. So you go back to the person, get the registration link from that person, and you are in. And the person will be guiding you, will be giving you the what and what that you need to do. And you also will be growing in the knowledge and grooming you for to attend to others. Okay. Thank you for the presentation. So those on YouTube, Eastwood, they are expressing their sincere appreciation to you from YouTube. My mommy in Abuja is telling you, greeting you seriously. They really enjoy your presentation. Okay. Now I am new. Please send me details. Okay, Mohammed K. Khan. Some of these people are from India, from my people, subscriber to my YouTube previously. Okay, you can send me message on WhatsApp, and I will get back to you, and then whoever invite you, if we get to the person. All right. Any other question here? I don't think. Okay, you mean the link we used to? Okay. Now I've responded to Madam Olumiyuwa Oludare since. All right. Now, just to have not to make our presentation too lengthy, I'm going to draw off the live streaming now so that people can watch it. It's still within 1 hour, and then we can continue here for a while and give ourselves a shout out. Thank you once again, our great presenter. Please don't be tired of us. Anytime we can summon you here to come and present to us. And if you try us and you say no, we'll make sure we will deport you from Ghana to Nigeria permanently. Maybe I will do you a favor and I will move you to Port Harcourt to go and stay with both Danny and learn for like 3 months before I'll move you back to Abuja. And then I'll make sure you do not go to Ghana for 3.5 years until all your contract is secure and we're enjoying the money together in Nigeria.
All right. Thank you very much. My doors are always open. I believe one thing. understanding, creating wealth has to do with understanding. Whilst you understand what you are doing, no one will force you to make a decision. So I believe in one thing: learning is the key. Learning is the key. Thank you very much. My doors are always open.
Thank you.
My doors are always open.
All right. We are super, super, super grateful. Our regard to the fellow family members in Ghana and all over. God bless you.